I just got back from the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, and I've got the best tips on what seats to get, when to show up, how to get there, what to bring, what to see and do at the venue, and so much more. Most importantly, is the show worth the high price tag? Make sure you watch till the end, as I will share some bonus tips on what you can do to make this Wizard of Oz experience even more unforgettable. First, let's talk about the tickets. You can get the tickets from the official Sphere website, thesphere.com, which will redirect you to Ticketmaster to complete the purchase. Standard tickets range from $109 to $349. I'll talk about the best seats to pick in just a bit. If you want to make the experience more special, there are 2 VIP packages you can consider. The Good Witch VIP experience starts at $324. It includes expedited entry, seating in Section 306, and a $15 credit you can use toward food, drinks, or merch. The Bad Witch VIP experience starts at $378 and also comes with expedited entry, seating in Sections 306 or 206, a $25 credit, access to a VIP lounge with themed drinks and food, plus a limited edition poster valued at $69. Another option is to book a hotel and experience package at the Venetian. The newly renovated rooms with Sphere views are stunning, and staying on property will make getting to the Sphere a breeze. Just a short 10 to 15 minute walk from the hotel. If you can swing it, it's a nice option. I don't really recommend third-party sites like Vegas.com, since their prices are usually higher. You can buy tickets directly on site at the Sphere box office also. Once you bought the tickets, make sure to download them to your phone and add it to your wallet. Also watch for an email from Sphere a few days before the show with venue policies and helpful details. There are a few ways to get to the Sphere. First thing you should know is the Sphere is connected to the Venetian Hotel. So if you're driving, I'd recommend parking at the Venetian garage. It's $20 for 24 hours, and the walk from the garage to the Sphere is about 10 to 15 minutes. You can also park at the Sphere official parking lot. It costs $15 to $25 for self-parking and $30 for valet. It's an outdoor lot and only opens about an hour and a half before showtime. If you take an Uber, it will drop you off right near the entrance, which makes it very convenient. Since I usually drive, I prefer to walk from the Venetian Hotel because there's an indoor walkway directly connected to the Sphere. However, you need to know that this walkway can be closed when a conference is in session. If that happens, you would have to walk through the sister property Palazzo, exit onto Sands Avenue, and walk outside for 15 minutes. You can go to the Bridgeway entrance and ask the security there. They'll have the most up-to-date info and let you know when the Bridgeway will open. In general, if you're going to the 8 p.m. show, the Bridgeway is usually open since most conventions would be wrapped up by around 5:30. Be sure to subscribe, as I will post a full walking tour video to show you exactly how to walk from the Venetian to the Sphere via both the indoor and outdoor routes. So, what shouldn't you bring to the show? Aside from the obvious things like weapons or pepper spray, no outside food or drinks, and no camera equipment of any kind will be allowed. Sphere also has a strict bag policy. Only small fanny packs, purses, or clutches are allowed, and they have to be around 6 by 6 by 2 inches. For reference, most cell phones are about 6 inches long, so you can use that as a guide. The bags don't need to be transparent like some stadiums require, but they do need to be small. The bag I used was acceptable. Feel free to check it out in the description below. One more thing to know, on the website and in their email, Sphere says they don't allow bag checks, but they actually have lockers available if you need them. The rental fee ranges from $10 to $15 plus tax and fees, which honestly isn't terrible, but you should avoid doing that, mainly because you don't want to waste your time, and I'll explain why in a minute. Doors open about 45 minutes before showtime. So if you have tickets for the 5 p.m. show, you might think showing up at 4:15 is fine. But that's actually too late. A lot of people start lining up an hour and a half before the show, and if you arrive with just 45 minutes to spare, you'll be stuck in a long line. The problem with being in the back of the line is that time is extremely tight for this show. If you enter late, you'll wind up rushing through everything. So plan to arrive at least 90 minutes before showtime. For example, if your show is at 8 p.m., get in line no later than 6:30. That way, you'll have more time to explore once you are inside. Now that you have made it into the Sphere, what's there to see and do? The first thing you'll see is the merch shop. They have Professor Marvel's caravan as a backdrop, which is a fun little touch. There are lots of cool merch, but all pretty expensive. Hats are around $50, t-shirts are $30 to $45, a backpack is $90, and magnets are $12. Some of the collection is available online, but many items are only available on site. Merch stands are scattered across every level. They mostly carry the same items, but I believe the main Atrium shop has the widest selection. Lines are usually shorter on the 200 and 300 levels though. So I suggest browsing the Atrium first, then head up to see what's available and decide. You have about 30 minutes after the show to keep shopping, but you may miss part of the post-show if you do. Other than shopping, there are some displays scattered around, like a globe that cycles through different movie scenes, and supposedly some AI photo kiosks where you can pose inside a tornado or at the Gale farm. Unfortunately, I didn't see them at all. It was so rushed, and I just missed them completely. So now you know, and you should go check them out. You can buy popcorn and snacks in themed packaging from workers walking around. And there are many shops on all levels for you to get your food and drinks, but you should expect high prices and long lines, like $25 for a drink in a souvenir cup. I heard if you want to buy the cup outright, you can pay $7 for it. If you're expecting to see holograms like in Postcard from Earth, you'll be disappointed. The Wizard of Oz logo projection in the Atrium is static, so don't waste time waiting for it to change. Once you're inside, you might think you have 40 minutes before the show starts, but in reality, you don't. You'll need to line up to go to your seat at least 10 minutes before showtime, which leaves you with closer to 30 minutes to do everything. So how do you spend that precious half hour? Do you shop for merch and wait in line to pay? Do you grab food and drinks? Do you stop for photos? Or do you head straight to your seat to settle in? This is exactly why you're watching this video, so you can plan ahead instead of going in blind. My advice is to prioritize. If merch is a must, go there first. You could finish shopping after the show, but you might miss the post-show. If you don't care about shopping, then go take your photos with the displays or line up for food and drinks. Keep an eye on the countdown screens posted on each level outside the theater. They'll show you exactly how much time is left before the show, and once that 10-minute mark hits, it's time to start moving. To be honest, the whole pre-show felt rushed and chaotic. I had no idea where to go or what to do, and ended up bouncing around from place to place. Hopefully, with these tips, you'll be able to make better use of your time and enjoy it a lot more efficiently. If you've never been to the Sphere, one thing you need to know is that the theater is very steep. The stairs are narrow, about 9 inches per step, so don't wear high heels. Sneakers or flat shoes are your best bet. Always use the handrail and take your time with each step. If your seat is in the middle of a row, that's another reason to get inside early. Otherwise, you'll end up asking everyone to stand up so you can squeeze past. You should know that the space in the row is tight and there are no handrails to support you, so trying to balance food and drinks while navigating through could be a challenge. The seats are fold-down style and pretty comfortable. Once you're seated, the steepness isn't really noticeable. It feels fairly normal. And here's an important note. If you have mobility issues, be sure to purchase accessible seating. Some guests didn't realize this and ended up needing extra help from staff to get situated, which wasn't easy given how steep the layout is. So which seats are the best for this show? The first thing to know is that the movie itself plays mostly in the center and lower part of the Sphere's massive screen. The top and side visuals are there to fill out the dome, so the best seats depend on whether you want to focus on the characters in the movie or take in the entire screen. My seats were in section 407, row 7, seat 7 and 8. From there, the screen felt perfectly centered, and they were great. I paid $119 for the tickets, which was the cheapest price I could find. From that vantage point, I could see the whole experience without anything being cut off. I also checked out the 200 and 300 level seats to compare the views. In section 206, you're very close to the screen, so you'll see incredible detail and really feel the wind effects. But the trade-off is you'll miss a lot of what's happening above and on the sides because the screen stretches way over your head and far back. Section 306 gives a good balance. Close enough to see character details, but still far enough to take in the added visuals. According to a dome show designer, the best seats in any dome theater are always in the center, both left to right and top to bottom, because the edges distort the image. That makes section 306 the sweet spot. For the Wizard of Oz experience, only seats with haptic motion are sold, so the very bottom and side sections are kept empty. If section 306 is too pricey, expand your search outward in a circle around it. That's why my seat in section 407, just off center, still felt excellent. Another fun factor to consider is the apple catching moment. In one scene, foam apples rained down from the ceiling. People actually fought over them, and some even sold them on eBay for hundreds of dollars. If you want the inside scoop on the best seats for apple catching and how to boost your chances, check out my other video on the channel. I caught 2 myself, but I gave 1 away, and it was honestly a highlight of the night for me. So to recap, start with the center seats. Section 306 is ideal, then expands outward from there. That said, there really aren't any bad seats in the theater. If you'd rather not spend top dollar, go with the cheaper options. You'll still have an amazing experience. If you're afraid of heights or prone to motion sickness or sensory issues, the Sphere can be intense. I can tell you from my own experience, every time the camera moved on screen, it felt like I was on a ride moving right along with it. Some guests have reported vertigo, dizziness, or other motion sickness, and even panic attack symptoms. If you're sensitive to these things, it's smart to take some precautions, like medication, wear a C-band, or use other remedies that work for you. The good news is, the Sphere is equipped to help if something happens. They have a sensory deprivation room where you can rest and recover. If you're concerned but still want to go, I'd recommend getting a more centered and lower section, sitting by the aisle, and bringing a friend with you so they can call for help if you need it. A couple of tips I picked up from a dome show expert. When you're walking to your seat, keep your eyes on the floor and don't look around until you're seated. During the show, if you start feeling motion sickness, look down at your feet and focus on your breathing. Give it a moment to pass before looking back up at the screen. Of course, I'm not a medical professional, just sharing what I experienced and what I've read. If you have any health concerns, definitely check with your doctor before attending the show. Before going, I made a point to rewatch the original film so I'd have a good base for comparison. If you want to do the same, you can actually watch it for free on Amazon by using your No Rush reward credits to rent or buy it. A lot of people have criticized the Sphere version for trimming the runtime from 102 minutes down to 75. Honestly, I didn't mind it at all. The first part felt a little choppy, but overall the faster pace made the story more digestible, especially for younger audiences. Another common critique is that some of the AI-enhanced scenes make characters look a bit blurry or their expressions were unnatural. I didn't think it was that bad or even very noticeable. And if you're new to the movie, you probably won't notice it at all. Overall speaking, they did a really good job transforming an 86-year-old classic into a beautiful and modern experience. There are 6 major special effects sequences: the tornado, butterflies, falling apples, snow, flames, and winged monkeys. Each one added excitement without taking away from the story. Okay, maybe the apple catching was a little distracting, but in a fun way. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. The quicker pace works, the effects are immersive, and the Sphere makes it a one-of-a-kind experience. I'd highly recommend it. One tip for you, the final scene stays up on the screen for a bit after the movie ends. It makes a perfect backdrop for photos, so head down to the front of your section or just turn around from your seat and grab a selfie before you leave. So is that it? What happens after the movie? Since there was no announcement, at least I didn't hear any, I took my time leaving the theater, stopped at the 400-level merch store, and stood in line to pay for the merch. By the time I finished all that, I realized I had almost completely missed the post-show. Apparently, there's an interactive wizard show in the Atrium, but I only caught the tail end of it. So what's the lesson here? If you don't know what to expect, you could easily miss half the experience. According to people who saw the show, they advised to head straight to the Atrium as soon as the movie ended and get up front by the stage if you want to snap photos with the actors. FYI, according to the post-show survey, the interactive photo kiosks featured different sceneries after the show. Before the show, it's the Tornado and Gale Farm, but afterward they switched to Emerald City and Munchkinland, so check them out if you have time. Don't forget to take pictures of the replica of the State Fair balloon and the winged monkeys dangling from the ceiling also. Keep in mind, you only have 30 minutes for all the post-show activities. The workers will start escorting you out to clear the place for the next show. So, was the experience worth it? If you think of it as just going to a theater to watch a movie, then over $100 per ticket is outrageously overpriced. But when I factor in the entire experience, the price feels reasonable. It's unique, fun, and something you won't find anywhere else. Is it worth paying more for better seats and the extras? If you're a die-hard fan, absolutely. Getting exclusive merch you can't buy online, seeing a fresh take on a beloved classic, reliving childhood memories, sharing the moment with fans from around the world, and celebrating a cultural icon inside the most advanced theater on the planet, those are all pretty great reasons to splurge. If you're into technology, this is a must-see. An 86-year-old film has been reimagined with cutting-edge AI and human artistry. It cost $100 million to produce, 2,000 people working on it for 2 years, and it's custom-made for a one-of-a-kind, the most technologically advanced venue that costs $2.3 billion to build. It's a bucket list item to experience for sure. If you're already coming for the show, why not take it up a notch and turn your whole trip into a Wizard of Oz themed adventure? Here are some extra ways to fully immerse yourself in the magic. You can dress up in Oz-inspired costumes. I saw a bunch of people do that. It was a blast to see. If that's your thing, go for it. It really adds to the fun. Of course, you need to take a picture of the legs outside the sphere. It's such a clever idea. Next, don't miss the waterfall atrium activation at the Palazzo, right where the love sign used to be. It's a popular photo spot with long lines, especially before showtime, so plan some extra time if you want to do it. A heads up, the installation is only scheduled to run through the end of the year, and there's no guarantee it'll be extended. So make sure to see it before it's gone. Right behind that installation, you'll find the Wizard of Oz Cafe. They do sell some merch, but no themed food or drinks. For that, you need to go to Black Tap at the Venetian. They are famous for their over-the-top burgers and milkshakes. They got 2 limited-time Wizard of Oz crazy shakes you can try. Donatique, also at the Venetian, has a Wizard of Oz themed donut to make your experience even sweeter. As for where to stay, I'd suggest MGM Grand. MGM was the original producer of the movie, and the hotel concept was the Emerald City. While the Wizard of Oz theme isn't as strong there anymore, the Lion is still around, and the newly renovated MGM Tower rooms are a solid budget to mid-range option. Or if you want convenience and luxury, I highly recommend the Venetian. The newly renovated suites with sphere views are amazing, and being able to watch the sphere light up from your room at night is totally worth it. And since it's Vegas, you've got to gamble a little. You'll find Wizard of Oz slots at pretty much all the MGM hotels, and of course at the Venetian. A few spins are the perfect final touch, and if luck's on your side, you might just click your heels home a little richer. I hope you found this video helpful and that it inspires you to plan your own Wizard of Oz adventure. Don't forget to check out my Apple Drama video. Catching one during the show was a highlight of my night. If you have questions about the Wizard of Oz experience, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. And if you've already been, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe for more travel tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.